Well, thank you to our talented string quartet for that beautiful music. Thank you so much. And we hope you also enjoyed your entree, and thank you to the Culinary Arts tonight for this elegant and superb meal. Thank you so much. This year, as we honor 12 outstanding faculty and staff members, we reiterate our commitment to engaged learning as a university. We'll now watch a video that is produced by UVU that highlights the serious and inclusive nature of the university and achievements of students, and also the legacy of engaged learning of which we are all an integral part.
Since President Matthew S. Holland took the helm in 2009, UVU has grown from 26,000 students to more than 31,000 and now graduates more Utahns than any other institution of higher learning in the state. An estimated $1.6 billion remains in Utah each year from a single graduating UVU class. As the student population has swelled, degree and course offerings have increased to keep pace with the diverse interests and needs of both the student body and the local and national workplace. The university continues to offer new, high-demand and innovative degrees, including a Bachelor of Social Work and Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, as well as the first 4-year geomatics degree in the state. In 2008, we added our first master degree program, a Master of Education, and we have since added in-demand master degree programs in nursing and business administration. UVU has built on that academic momentum by expanding programs and opportunities available to our students. We established the College of Aviation and Public Services in 2011 to meet student demand for our top-rated aviation, criminal justice, and forensic science programs, which have allowed students like Kristen Verdi to earn their professional pilot licensing while still in school, so they can graduate with an immediately marketable skill. Students like Ju-Wan Lee and Micah Putnam have won the annual School of the Arts piano competition and scholarship thanks in part to the top-shelf instruments UVU invested in to become an all-Steinway school in 2010, putting UVU in the elite company of programs such as the Juilliard School and the Yale School of Music. The prestigious Carnegie Foundation classified UVU as a community-engaged institution due to our curricular focus on engaged learning, which prepares our students to become engaged citizens with the ability to address critical social issues and contribute to the public good. This year, community health students traveled to Peru to conduct health fairs at remote elementary schools and teach community health principles to local university students. And that's just one of many international engaged learning projects our students have undertaken this year. Our student athletes have taken UVU to greater competitive heights, resulting in our acceptance into the Western Athletic Conference. Nearly 40% of our student athletes have a grade point average of 3.5 or higher, including Zachary Fuller, a pre-med student and all-star baseball player who recently received the William F. Sainsbury Endowed Scholarship. Students like Zachary have benefited from expansions on campus that have been made to keep pace with burgeoning student enrollment numbers. The new science building, which was completed in 2012, has improved our science programs with the addition of 27 new laboratory classrooms and 12 specialized research rooms, which have alleviated bottlenecks and enhanced critical faculty-student interactions. Through the new Business Resource Center, which houses the #1 small business development center in the state, we have established robust relationships with the business community that benefit students by offering them real-world learning experiences and even opportunities to start their own businesses while in school, like Dallas Robinson did after taking an entrepreneurship class at UVU. We have reached out to more women in the community and set up programs to help them stay in school and complete their degrees through initiatives such as the Women's Success Center and the We Care Center expansion. We have attracted national figures, scholars, and dignitaries to speak to and meet with our students, including esteemed scholars and authors David McCullough and Sir Ken Robinson. These new facilities, programs, and distinctions have allowed our students to engage in greatness in unprecedented ways. UVU students have won local, state, national, and international competitions. As we celebrate the accomplishments of the past, we also look to the future. In 2 years, we will start to celebrate our 75th anniversary, and only 2 years later, we will celebrate a decade as a university. We expect the completion of the Student Life and Wellness Building, which will provide a gathering space specifically for students, next month. A new classroom building, expected to be completed in November 2014, will add 3,000 additional classroom seats per hour. Enrollment is expected to continue to climb, reaching 46,000 by 2022. The university is currently working with state legislature and private donors to meet additional needs of anticipated enrollment. UVU has overcome many hurdles on its journey to become a world-class teaching institution. As we look to the future, we anticipate even more challenges that our students, faculty, and staff will turn into opportunities for engaged learning as we keep student success at the heart of UVU's mission. We thank each of you joining us this evening for your part in helping UVU advance this vital work.
Thank you to the studios and broadcast services for that wonderful video. We are indeed excited about the future of UVU and the role that each of us play in guiding our university to new levels of excellence. It's our privilege as members of the Board of Trustees of Utah Valley University to recognize those who've distinguished themselves as mentors, scholars, and friends of the university by receiving the trustee and presidential awards. We recognize tonight your excellence, and we thank you for your dedication and your commitment to the mission of UVU. You have each provided opportunities for students to achieve their goals and to find success, which is the ultimate goal of everyone here tonight. This is your night, and we honor you. I now invite President Holland to come up and present the presidential awards to those 7 individuals that he has chosen to recognize for their role in creating a serious, inclusive, and engaged environment here at UVU. President Holland.
Well, thank you, Elaine. And it is, again, a treat to be with you here tonight. The Presidential Awards of Excellence are targeted not just for excellence in general, but specific things that we wish to cultivate on this campus. At a minimum, things that relate to the core themes that Trustee Dalton just mentioned, things that would lead to increased academic rigor like excellent scholarship, things that will promote the core of our activities, teaching at the undergraduate and now even the graduate level. And we always give a teaching award each and every year, whatever we give in other categories, since that's so central to who we are. And so it's my delight now to recognize 7 individuals who have been truly standout performers in various areas that are critical to our mission and its delivery here in this valley. So with that, I'll invite Jessica Ballard and Mark Archambault to join me and Trustee Dalton here on the stage. And as they're coming forward, let me just say a word about Jessica. Jessica's the Director of Events and Communications for Development and Alumni, and a Presidential Award winner for efficiency and effectiveness. And we probably let her off for tonight, but if you look around this room and see in the daytime, this room does not look like this. And one of her jobs is to take sometimes the otherwise industrial look of UVU and transform it into a thing like what you see before you, and make sure that these events run smoothly and function effectively. And as one who has to go to all of these events, I'm the personal beneficiary of her true professionalism and the accomplishments that she brings to the table for this important element of what we do here at UVU. So she's joined by her supervisor, Mark Archambault, who's the Vice President for Alumni and Development, and would like to watch a short video tribute now to Jessica and her work here at the campus.
Events play a central role in the university's development strategy, allowing us to share the UVU story with large numbers of prospective contributors. Last year, Jessica organized 125 development events that connected us with more than 4,700 people, a six-fold increase over past years. She's the foundation of our division and has helped raise the bar for all of us. From her meticulous planning, attention to detail, and unwavering commitment to quality, to her innovative strategies for engaging guests with students, to her proficiency in reaching untapped donor constituencies, Jessica truly embraces UVU's core themes of serious, engaged, and inclusive. And when people leave her events, they invariably remark on their newfound appreciation of our school. Jessica is the consummate professional. On the day of last year's extremely successful Business and Economic Forum, Jessica brought her usual A-game, delivering a great event and cheerfully and creatively troubleshooting the few inevitable day-of snags that arose. Later, colleagues and volunteers alike were astonished to discover that she'd had to start the day at the police station, reporting a break-in to her car that cost her her purse. Frankly, Jessica's the most remarkable professional I've ever had the honor to work alongside. She's respected and beloved by every member of our division. For her commitment to our core themes, exceptional performance and professionalism, and for all she does to strengthen the university brand with donors, alumni, friends, students, faculty, and staff, she's a Wolverine through and through, and very deserving of this honor. Congratulations, Jessica.
Let me step out here. We put Mark on video because we didn't trust him with an open mic. So I'll invite Don Chase and Stephen Gibson to please join me on the stand now. Don is an academic advisor for the Department of English and Literature and is this year's Presidential Award winner for Student Success. As you may know by now, as we think about our core themes at UVU, we talk about being serious, engaged, and inclusive. But those themes surround the core of our theme, the core theme, which is student success. That is what we are about, and Don is in the trenches of that every day, guiding these students through their path, helping them to complete, to find the best experience possible in their undergraduate experience, and the reviews of her service are rave, to say the least. So with that, she's joined by her department chair, Stephen Gibson. We'll watch a short video tribute to Don.
Don Chase has been an advisor in the English department for 16 years and has worked for the university for more than 25. She has shepherded more than 700 students since the year 2000 through the English department to graduation. Between 15 and 20 students within and outside the department meet with her every day, and she has about 500 student advisees at any given time. On average, yearly, more than 60 of her advisees receive an associate's or a bachelor's degree. Dawn helps students with scheduling, registration, and internships. She advises students on career options, scholarships, and their long-term goals, while helping them resolve difficulties with transfer articulation, withdrawal requests, and prerequisites. Her expertise makes her a frequent participant on committees where she represents issues important to students. Within the department, Dawn frequently assists in assuring that our schedule meets the needs of our majors, helping to determine when and which classes need to be taught. She also provides the department with numerous reports that help us determine the success of our programs and the future demands upon those programs. All of this work aids in the better advisement of students, a goal to which Dawn is fully committed. For at least these reasons, Dawn Chase merits this Presidential Award of Excellence.
I'd now like to invite Kathy Debenham and Newell Daly to the stand. Kathy is a professor of dance with more than 30 years of experience and is the Presidential Award winner for service to the institution. She's joined by Newell Daly, Dean of the School of the Arts. In many ways, it would be easier to describe and list what Kathy hasn't done on this campus. Being foundational in terms of pioneering our dance program, stepping in at various levels of leadership and responsibility in the university, often playing interim roles in moments of transition and challenging times. She stepped in and took jobs other people wouldn't take or couldn't take, and did it with courage and determination, and we're extremely proud and grateful of her consistent effort to serve this institution as the best she could over many, many years. Let's take a look at Kathy's video.
It is an honor to offer a few observations about Professor Kathy Debenham on this occasion. Her record of service and professional achievement over the years is wonderfully varied and expansive. She has created a legacy at UVU that is unmatched. Her vision and enduring commitment to the driving force of change has helped shape this campus in many important ways. Kathy understands dance. She excels in dance, and dance has shaped her life and revealed her attributes as a performer, collaborator, creative artist, and academic leader. Through it, she developed a powerful imagination, creative ability, and innovative prowess. Dance has also given Kathy the confidence to welcome difficult challenges in her professional life, because it taught her that challenges produce growth, and growth expands one's capacity to create, perform, and to serve. Great dancers develop and hone unusually difficult physical skills and conceptual understandings. Strength, agility, flexibility, and accuracy must be gained over time through arduous practice. Kathy's discipline and resourcefulness have emerged through dance to influence all that she has done and continues to do as an artist, teacher, and leader at UVU. Because of dance, Kathy is able to envision the whole, see its parts in context, and remember sequential priorities. Dancers must memorize and recall complex actions and precise relationships under the pressure of performance in both time and space. Kathy has used these abilities to guide herself and others through the essential and complex changes required as UVU has grown and developed. Her contributions have been crucial to this development. Kathy works hard and helps others learn. She expects and overcomes resistance. She seeks to know her role and how it relates with the roles of others. She is resourceful and responsible. All of these attributes are related to dance and its demands. We are fortunate to have a great dancer among us. Dancers make great leaders. Kathy, it is our privilege to honor you this evening. Thanks for your wonderful contributions to the progress of UVU. I am grateful for your long association over the years and for your continuing influence. May this ever be so.
Step out here. I'd now like to invite Audrey Butler and Phil Matheson to join me on the stand. This is a little bit of a departure here for this particular award. This award is to Timothy Doyle, Assistant Professor of Physics, and this year's Presidential Award winner for scholarship. This very fine-looking young student is not Timothy Doyle. Professor Doyle is unable to join us because he's doing exactly what he should be doing, maybe all of us should be doing, but are not capable of doing. He's off doing graduate or undergraduate research in Vienna, Austria with students, doing medical research at the Ludwig Boltzmann Institute. And this is typical of his commitment. He's always on the go, always doing exciting things, and so appropriate, I think, that of all the people he might have asked to stand in for him, he asked one of his star students, Audrey Butler, to one of his student mentees to stand in and accept the award in his place. So let's take a look at Dr. Doyle's accomplishments.
I'd like to tell you a little bit about Tim Doyle and his role in the physics department. We feel a little bit kind of like the old Hollywood producer or director who walked into a cafe and found a star at the table. We were involved in a long, difficult search for a new faculty member as a medical physicist, and we had searched for nearly a year and a half, having failed on the first couple attempts to find a suitable candidate. And this is a major change for our department. We're seeking a new direction, looking for new opportunities for our students, looking for somebody that has a very special set of talents and gifts to give our students and set them on their way. And after a year and a half of searching, feeling very frustrated, how delighted I was when, as the search committee chair, we got Tim Doyle's application come in through the mail. I remember it coming into my desk as a hard copy, not an email, but a hard copy packet. And opening it up, reading through it, and saying, aha, this is it. This is the person we want. And very soon the search committee agreed, and we hired Tim. We are thoroughly delighted in that. He was not simply a medical physicist, he was a physicist that had a background in rocket science and a number of other things, a whole array of skills and gifts that he could transfer to our students. One of the things that was most impressive about Tim, though, was not simply his research credentials, but his extreme care as a teacher. In his teaching demonstration, he gave an excellent, elegant presentation highlighting how people think, how students think, and how a student is expected to respond, and how a faculty should respond to that. And one of the things that we admire most about Tim is his extreme dedication and hard work. He's here most of the day, sometimes early in the morning to late in the evenings. He has to adjust his schedule to work with his students. One of the things that is most amazing about Tim is that he handles nearly 24 research students. That must be some kind of record for a UVU. And in juggling the schedules of 24 research students, he sometimes has to be up to Salt Lake at the Huntsman Cancer Center, has to juggle the schedules of all of these students in his own and still meet his own teaching obligations. We are just exhausted when we think about how much he has to do to make his day meet, his 24 hours last. One thing that is particularly special about Tim is his dedication to the individual student. There have been so many times where he has come and spoken with me as department chair to discuss one student and that one student's needs, to see not just simply are they doing well in a class, but to see are they emotionally sound? Are they getting the help they need to feel right about themselves? Are they prepared to deal with life in other classes. He comes to talk about students that are in trouble financially. Can we find a solution for their scholarship or their stipend, or can we find some way to make sure that they have the resources they need to work? These are very intense feelings on his part to see, can we find some way of helping the student succeed? And I'm very, very impressed with that. So not only does he deal with the dozens of research students that he has, he's very much the individual mentor looking for the success of the individual student.
Audrey, I can think a number of us may want to borrow you in the future, so our stock rises when such moments arise. If I could ask Danny Fairbanks and Daniel Horns, I think I reversed that. Danny Horns and Daniel Fairbanks, if they could come, get my Danny and Daniel straight here. Please come forward. Should have just said Daniel squared, come forward. Danny is the Associate Dean of the College of Science and Health and the Presidential Award winner for Inclusion. This is one of our core themes where we seek to work actively to make everyone feel welcome on this campus, whatever their background or perspective, and that means working maybe a little extra hard for those that come from places or spaces that are underrepresented. And Danny does a fabulous job caring about folks like that and making space for them on this campus. He's joined by Daniel Fairbanks, who, according to the script, is the interim dean of the School of Science and Health, but I'm here to say that it's now official. He is the new dean of the Science and Health. So to the both of our Dannys, a round of applause. Let's watch our tribute to Danny.
Danny Horns is extraordinary as a professor and associate dean. He brings a breadth of expertise to the College of Science and Health in his specialty in geology and his dedication to promoting the core themes of UVU. Although his contributions are varied, the award he is receiving recognizes his efforts to foster inclusion at UVU. He has long been involved in outreach to public schools and recruitment of students into the sciences. He has taken a lead role in recruiting students into the college with a special focus on activities to recruit and create opportunities for females and underrepresented minorities. This responsibility is an extension of activities that Danny has initiated and supported for many years. He truly has a passion for reaching out to those who, for various reasons, have not traditionally chosen scientific careers, and offer to them the excitement and opportunities that such careers provide. He consistently promotes programs such as Expanding Your Horizons, Empowering Your Tomorrows, and Latinos in Action. Hundreds of students visit our campus each year because of his efforts. Undoubtedly, many of them are now pursuing their education or their professional careers because of his efforts. Though few of these students are aware of the time Danny spends to promote their educations, the benefits they receive will last for their entire lives. UVU is very privileged to count Danny as one of its most devoted promoters of inclusion.
Will McKinnon and Chris Taylor will come to the stand now. Will has been with UVU for almost 20 years now, and we didn't give him the night off. Will is responsible for making every one of these videos, so his is bound to be exceptionally good tonight. He's currently the Director of Studios and Broadcast Services and an award winner for efficiency and effectiveness. Again, as one who works regularly with Will in these areas, his ability to juggle such demands and pressures and timetables truly is remarkable. He's joined by Supervisor Chris Taylor, the Associate Vice President for University Marketing. Let's watch. This better be good, Will.
Let me say, first of all, to do a video tribute for the resident expert of all things video on this campus is somewhat daunting. Will has, in all likelihood, reviewed this video several times prior to tonight, unlike most recipients have an opportunity to do. And because he has the authority to do so, he's probably edited out the most flattering things that I've said about him, and that's just Will McKinnon. That's just how he is. He doesn't need the spotlight. He's perfectly fine being in the background, behind the scenes, as it were. A lot of people, when they think of studios and broadcast services, they think of the Olympic commercial that recently ran. They think of the Engage commercials that have become a hallmark of the institution, and Will and his team have been right in the trenches on those. A lot of people don't realize that those are 100% produced in-house here on the campus by Will's team. A lot of people don't realize the impact that Will and his team have on recruitment here at the institution. A few years back, they produced, again, completely in-house, a recruitment DVD for the campus. And if we had outsourced that, it probably would have cost in excess of $100,000. And again, it's just an example of the tremendous cost savings that come as a result of Will and his department. There will be times when Will and his team are called on literally at the last minute. I remember one time we were making a pitch to the legislature or to the building board for, I believe it was the science building, and we needed a video produced literally in just a couple of days' time. And I remember calling Will, being a little bit apprehensive about giving him that assignment with such time restrictions, and Will literally didn't flinch. He said okay, and he rolled up his sleeves, and he and his team got the job done, and they did it in extremely short order. Will related to me one time a story that I think kind of sums up Will McKinnon. And he told me about how when he was, in his earlier days at UVU, when he would get to work in the parking lot, he would literally run to work. And again, it just shows you the kind of asset that UVU has in Will McKinnon. He didn't tell me that to be braggadocious. He told me that is an illustration of just how he feels about this institution. He genuinely loves this institution. And Will McKinnon, I couldn't be more proud of you. I tip my hat to you. You're most deserving of this award. And congratulations, my friend.
Now I'd like to invite Keith White and Katie Taylor to the stand. Keith is the Presidential Award winner for, it was actually a little hard to fill in the blank on this one for Keith. He really was a strong consideration in a number of areas, engaged learning, innovation, and finally teaching. And the award settled on is for teaching and innovation, but he's so committed to engaged learning and finding new ways of doing things. And again, teaching is the key thing that we do here at UVU. And I have to just say quickly, my favorite story about his innovation and engaged learning is, he teaches math. And some might think, well, how do you turn that into an engaged learning experience? And one of the things he does is he takes his students down to our Capitol Reef field station. And you might think, well, how does that lend itself to the study of math? And I discovered this when I heard a report of one of these events when they went on one of their day hikes, and as they were hiking, one of the students said to Keith, now if I pushed my friend off this ledge, how long would it take them to hit the bottom of the ravine? And he said, well, we can figure that out. Now, fortunately, it wasn't by role-playing or anything, but they got in the sand and did the mathematical equations and figured it out. So he's an exceptionally innovative teacher and contributor here on our campus, and let's take a look at other things people have to say about Keith.
Keith White is a remarkable asset to the developmental math department, to University College, and to UVU. His students comment on the enthusiasm he injects into his teaching, his focus on getting them interested and involved in applications of math concepts, and his unrelenting effort to help them get math and understand its value. He has taken students to the Capitol Reef Field Station each year to demonstrate the application of mathematics in creative ways. He wrote a complex computer program to design a large parabolic reflector that his students can build out of cardboard and aluminum foil and use it to employ sunlight to cook food during their excursion there. Students are not likely to forget that experience or their discovery of the application of mathematics in exciting ways. Keith has been asked to serve as the Associate Director of the field station, largely due to his support of its use in providing engaged learning experiences for his students. Keith is adept at creative thinking. He is not afraid of challenging the status quo to achieve better results or to explore new ways of thinking about solutions to any problem. His what-if way of thinking takes discussions into interesting, although highly reasonable and practical, new directions. He is driven by possibilities rather than traditions. Most importantly, he puts students and improving the quality and usefulness of their education as his first priority. At the institutional level, Keith's contributions are expansive. He participates on UVU's Complete College Utah team, and last summer developed and launched a free, massive open online course, a MOOC, for students wanting to take a math refresher. Over 1,000 students enrolled, with a good percentage of those who took subsequent math placement tests earning higher placement scores than the typical incoming freshman class. Keith served on the University Planning Advisory Committee for 4 years, the last 2 years as co-chair, contributing valuable insight and leadership. He helped to develop the institutional indicators and measures for UVU's core themes and administrative imperatives, and helped to design and develop the new Institutional Indicators website. He continues to serve as a trusted advisor at the institutional level, including service on UVU's accreditation executive team. In all that he does, Keith White's efforts and influence to show his dedication to students and to UVU. He is one who truly makes a difference.
Well, congratulations again to all of our Presidential Award winners, and let me just say, on behalf of all who are gathered tonight, your family, your friends, university leaders, community partners, and the rest of the institution, you truly are an inspiration to us. On behalf of all those folks, one more final round of applause for our Presidential Award winners. Now, before we turn to the trustee award winners, this is the highest award that the university bestows on an individual. We'll invite Trustee Dalton up to do that. But after, we have a delightful little treat from another exceptional UVU operation, the UVU Honors Vocal Quartet, directed by Reed Criddle. We'll invite them forward, and after that, Trustee Dalton will return for the trustee awards.
The Saturday dance, heard they crowded the floor, couldn't bear it without you, don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit the club, got as far as the door, they'd have asked me about you, don't get around much anymore. Darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. Nevertheless, why stir up memories? Been invited on dates. Might have gone, but what for? Awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Saturday dance, heard they crowded the floor, couldn't bear it without you, don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit the club, my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, why stir up memories? On dates, might have gone, but what for? Awfully different without you, don't get around much anymore. The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never meet again on the bumpy road to love. Still, I'll always keep the memory of tea. The memory of all that, no, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never meet again on the bumpy road to love. Still, I'll always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me.
I was hoping, since there wasn't a quartet, that you'd sing a quartet of songs. So thank you, Julie Jensen and her accompanist, David Pedersen. That was lovely. Helping me tonight in honoring this year's 5 trustee award winners are UVU trustee board members, Karen Acerson, Duff Thompson, Fidel Montero, Terry Shoemaker, and Curtis Blair. I now invite President Holland to join me again on the stand, and we'll ask our trustees and award recipients to come forward in the order that they're listed on the program. Donna Fairbanks is first, and Trustee Acerson, will you join her and me and President Holland on the stand? Donna has served as the chair of the Department of Music since 2010, and she's overseen and facilitated dramatic expansion within that department over the last 4 years. So we'll now watch a video about Donna.
It is my privilege to share a few observations of an unusually gifted colleague, Dr. Donna Fairbanks, Associate Professor of Music and current Chair of the Music Department. Donna is, first and foremost, an outstanding musician and violinist. Her sustained effort and discipline has placed her at the apex of her profession, and her musical achievements have prepared her for exceptional service. Let me mention a few ways in which she excels. Among professional violinists, Donna's intonation is extraordinary. She has honed her mental and physical skill to such a high degree that she is not only in tune with herself, but flexible enough to be in tune with others. This achievement carries over into all aspects of her life. As a colleague and leader, she is perfectly in tune with her purposes and with those she serves. She is also technically accurate, both in her musical performance and in the performance of her duties as a professor and as a leader. No detail is small enough to escape her attention. She is thorough in preparation and accurate in performance. Donna is able to perform convincingly in a large variety of styles, and she captures the essence of each style accurately. Likewise, she understands the differences among colleagues and their unique styles and contributions. Donna not only excels in her work, she helps others do the same because she can understand them. As a sensitive musician, Donna is prepared to communicate with others on a level that is deep and expansive. Where others might fear confrontation and disagreement, she accepts it as an opportunity to grow together with those she serves through mutual understanding and shared vision. Her extraordinary sensitivity is a great asset as a leader. Just as a musician must be able to imagine and envision a composition before and during its performance, a leader must comprehend objectives and goals both clearly and accurately. Donna is a great leader because she is a fine musician. Becoming a musician of the highest order has required that she develop the attributes found in every good leader. Finally, Donna Fairbanks is truly a great learner. At a time in her professional life when she could easily rest on her laurels, Donna continues to pursue new avenues of professional growth. This past year, she began in earnest to develop improvisational skills as a violinist. She will surely become a more flexible and motivational leader as a result. I am grateful to serve with such a unique and powerful colleague. Thank you, Donna, and congratulations.
Kenneth Matthews and Duff Thompson, please join me on the stand. Ken is the Senior Director of Auxiliary Services and the Sorensen Student Center, where we've been able to enjoy this beautiful evening tonight. How are you? Now let's watch a little video about Ken.
Utah Valley University has a handful of people that have served their full capacity and truly made a difference for students then, now, and in the future. One of those honored individuals is Ken Matthews. As one walks down any hall or into any room in the Sorensen Student Center, they will see a touch of Ken, from renovation projects to attention to detail in cleanliness and decor. Because of his leadership, we have one of the safest, cleanest, and well-run centers in the nation. Ken has contributed to the success of our students and the evolution of the university for 30 years. I first met Ken when I was a student taking a hospitality management class, and he was a guest lecturer for a few class sessions. I remember him teaching the details of cost control and not ever allowing quality to be sacrificed. He even taught us the skill of folding cloth napkins into the shape of candlesticks, roses, and the fan, which I can still remember 20 years later. Ken Matthews began his career with Utah Valley Community College as the Director of Food Services in 1984. We were fortunate to lure his talents and skills from Brigham Young University, where he had been the food service administrator for 10 years. He created one of the finest dining services in the state. His chicken cordon bleu became a famous fixture on the lunch and dinner circuit throughout the valley. Companies and community groups would schedule their luncheons or celebrations at UVU just to experience Ken's exceptional menu and dining experience. He later was promoted to the Senior Director for Auxiliary Services. He personally believes and instills within every employee that the Student Center is the hearthstone or living room of the campus. He spends time walking the Student Center to make sure that pictures are straight, areas are clean, and the building is fit to host students, faculty, staff, and the community. This attention to detail is especially noticed during the holiday season, when the center is transformed into a place where students, faculty, staff, and community can gather to celebrate, share meals, and feel comfortable in an atmosphere. Ken has supervised many employees over the years. All of those who have reported to him appreciate the support, kindness, and mentoring that he has provided. He is respected around campus and has served on dozens of committees where he's influenced the direction of the university. Ken is retiring after 30 years of dedicated service this August. However, his desire to work hard and dedicate his time and talents will continue to the very last moment. Thank you, Ken, for all you have done for our past, present, and future students. On behalf of your colleagues, we express our congratulations for this well-deserved recognition.
One little thing. I was asking the staff about Ken, and one of the staff members said that for a number of years they couldn't figure out why all of the artificial plants in the Student Center looked so, I don't know, freshly put up. And then one finally found one evening Ken going around with his snippers trimming the artificial plants here in the Student Center. I'm not sure if I was supposed to tell that, Ken. It's just one more example of the attention to detail that he has exhibited his entire career, so thank you, Ken.
Will Kyle Reyes and Fidel Montero please come and join us on the stage? Kyle Reyes is the special assistant to President Holland. And among his many roles, he's championed underprivileged students. And he's just indispensable, I think, at this university. And so let's just watch a little video of Kyle.
When I was asked to comment on Kyle and why he might deserve this award, I have to say, I came up with nothing. And I do hope there's a laugh track for this film. To the contrary, Kyle is extraordinarily deserving of a Trustees Award. At this point in my presidency, I can look back and say that one of my earliest and best decisions was to hire Kyle to serve as my special assistant. When I first showed up, Kyle had already made quite a mark on the institution with his creative work as leader of the Latino Initiative. With what must have been half a shoestring budget, he took some very broad directions from my predecessor and built a program that showed immediate results. He established something that's made a difference in the lives of literally thousands of Latino and Latina students. These students, in many cases, would have been lost to the world of educational opportunity, but they came to UVU and they found it a hospitable and supportive place, in large part because of one man, Kyle Reyes, and his leadership. Though he's no longer over this program, it was recently recognized as one of the top 6 programs in the nation. It's a wonderful tribute to our current leader, UD Lewis, but also to Kyle and his foundational work. For that work alone, I think Kyle merits this highest university recognition. But his contribution goes well beyond this. For the last 4.5 years, Kyle's been adding value all over this campus. Part of his secret sauce, I think, is his remarkable ability to combine the aspirational and the practical. Starting with a natural passion for all things inclusive, he's embraced and internalized our other core themes of serious and engaged, as well as the realities of what it means to lead in an imperfect world of limits. In doing so, he's become a trusted figure of influence in every corner of campus. From his work by my side, preparing for meetings and speeches, to his facilitation of campus conversations and concrete initiatives on our unique educational mission and determination to be more inclusive, to his warm and wise engagements with VIPs and hourly staff and everybody in between, he both shapes and reflects the very best of what Utah Valley University stands for. Throw in some of those spontaneous public dance moves, the picture is complete. An absolutely wonderful human being who's made me a far better president and UVU a far better place. To those who have the responsibility of holding the university in trust, you've made an outstanding selection in honoring Mr. Reyes in this fashion.
Congratulations, Kyle.
Well, I'm not sure what I could add. Hold on, Kyle, get back up here. What I could add besides what Matt said, except that, Kyle's a avid Dodgers fan, Lakers fan, and he spray painted a lot of walls in his past, so a lot of things that can get you arrested. I think I have to recognize his partner in crime, Michelle. When I think of Kyle, I think of Michelle and their wonderful family. And in my opinion, Kyle represents who UVU is. He has an incredible future ahead of him. He's bright, he's academically gifted, he's friendly, and in my opinion, has all the potential in the world, which this university has as well. So love the man. Congrats, Kyle.
And now we'd like to invite Sam Rushforth and Terry Shoemaker to join us on the stand. Sam Rushforth recently retired from his position as Dean of the College of Science and Health, a position that he has held for 14 years.
You had to do this while you could still walk up here.
I must say I was nervous about it.
Now let's watch a little video about Sam.
Undoubtedly, UVU has achieved its current stature in large part due to Sam Rushforth. In the 14 years he served as Dean of the College of Science and Health, he built the college to bring it to a level of professionalism and stature that significantly exceeds that of most similar colleges in peer institutions. Faculty members who could readily obtain positions at top-tier research universities chose to join UVU and choose to remain here because of the supportive environment Sam has fostered. He leaves the college in an enviable position as one with highly qualified faculty, successful students, superb facilities, excellent and motivated staff, and a healthy financial situation, as well as a national and international reputation. It has been a joy over the past 6 years to serve with Sam and the exceptional team he has built. Although much can be said about Sam's accomplishments, his greatest is the people he has hired. A majority of the faculty and staff now serving in the college were hired under his leadership. They have joined with those whose tenure predated Sam's hiring to form a cohesive and mutually supportive group of academics and professionals who work with one another and promote a high level of expectation for excellence and morale. It is largely his leadership that has created this enviable situation, one that will last for years to come. Student success is the natural outcome of this effort. Students throughout the college achieve results comparable to students at the nation's finest universities, consistently placing themselves in excellent employment or entering competitive and prestigious professional and graduate programs. They carry the name of UVU with them through their success. As everyone is keenly aware, Sam's influence at UVU has extended beyond the College of Science and Health. He has led efforts to improve the university in all areas, supported faculty, staff, and students throughout the university in a variety of ways, and exemplified what it is to be a team player, supporting the excellence throughout the institution and its outreach to the community and the world. Few people have so positively impacted any institution in its long-term development and success as Sam has done for this university.
I've had the pleasure of working with Sam for several years as a fellow dean and as vice president of academic affairs. I found Sam to be totally committed to the success of the College of Science and Health and the students it serves. Sam has left a legacy that will impact the college for many years. A beautiful new science building he championed for many years, 20 baccalaureate degrees that serve as the curricular foundation of the college, a group of outstanding faculty and staff, and perhaps most importantly, a culture of excellence in teaching and scholarship. On the Academic Affairs Council, Sam not only did an excellent job representing the interests of his college, but he also was collaborative in looking for solutions that would meet the needs of the other colleges and schools. Each year, as we prepared for PBA, Sam would be the first to push for the identification of joint requests that would provide resources for everyone. He would always advocate for the student and seek to provide the best environment for student growth and development. Yes, he would speak his mind, but he also listened carefully and thoughtfully to the views of others. His motives were sincere and focused on raising the academic standards at the university and making it an institution of higher learning we can all be proud of. His influence and impact on Academic Affairs Council will be missed. Sam has left a legacy that will be felt for many years to come. Sam, thank you for your commitment and dedication to UVU. Thank you for your friendship and support in my role as Academic Vice President. I knew I could always depend on you. We wish you the very best in your future endeavors.
I'd like to just say a word or two about Sam and do it in an interesting way. We heard in the information about him about the academic scholarship that's happened with so many students as this great man and the leadership he's provided in the College of Science and Health has moved forward with those programs. I have a son-in-law who graduated from those programs, who received a full ride scholarship to Rice University, which is a very prestigious university. And he graduated with a PhD from that university recently and is doing cancer research at MD Anderson. And that came because of the academic preparation. That's a significant thing, obviously, for us and our family, but it also directly relates to the quality of education that he received here at this university. And much of that academic improvement in terms of what's happened with this institution as it relates to science and health is due to this great man here. So the other thing I would say to him, he's much happier, as you can see, not in a suit and tie, but on a bicycle out amongst the plants here in Utah. Grateful that he's been here and all the things that he's done for this great university. Thank you so much, Sam Resforth.
And now will David Wilkinson and Curtis Blair please join President Holland and myself on the stage. David Wilkinson is Wilson is an associate professor of history and American Indian Studies. He worked extensively with multicultural clubs and students and has a great love for our Native Americans. Wilson, sorry.
They said
Now
I can't get away from BYU.
Now let's watch a video.
It is with great pleasure that I introduce you this evening to David Wilson. David is a man of many talents, but let me just describe one aspect of David that I think exemplifies him. David has always taught large sections of our introductory history courses, large being 150 students. Recently, we have added capacity here on campus that allows us to teach sections of over 300 students. David has embraced this opportunity to teach in such a setting, just as one would expect from a master of his craft. He has dug in and tried to figure out how he can best convey the material and excite learning in his students. He has completely reworked his curriculum and most of all sought new and unique ways that he might present content. He has explored how technology is best used in the setting and often asked for technological fixes that do not yet exist. And all of this from a history professor. Why? Because he cares about what he teaches, but is humble enough to know that not everyone shares that same concern. Thus, he seeks to find a way to help students see what he sees, feel what he feels, and marvel at what they did not know, but may very well need someday. David truly is a master of his craft and is devoted to excellence in a quiet yet forceful way. Perhaps some words David shared with several of us when he found out he was receiving this award best exemplify his commitment to his craft and life in general. David tells me he has devoted his life to these words. They were first spoken by Chief Dullknife. I wish I had the ability to speak them in their original, but this translation will have to do. We can no longer live the way we used to. There's a new way of life that we're going to have to know. Let us ask for schools so that our children can attend them, that we can learn this new way of life. Congratulations, David. This is well deserved.
So Professor Wilson is my favorite professor I never had in college. And that actually isn't entirely true. A couple weeks ago, in preparation for tonight, I attended one of his classes, American Civilization 1700. And I can share with you that everything that was presented in that video is absolutely true. David teaches with passion. He teaches with conviction, with a commission to reflect and recount the experiences really of his own personal life and tell those in story form and express them in the academia so that his students can come away with an enriched experience about American civilization. This is a great honor for Professor Wilson. He won't let me call him that in person, but he's a marvelous teacher, and this is an honor to present that award.
Well, congratulations and thank you to each of our trustee award recipients tonight. Before we leave, maybe we should just give a big round of applause to each of the award recipients, the President's Award and the trustees. Very, very impressive tonight, and I, for one, am so glad that I was able to be here and be a part of this. Now, before we leave, let's again recognize UVU's Honor String Quartet and UVU's Honors, I guess we can't call it a vocal quartet, solo presentation that we had, and the Culinary Arts for their contributions tonight. Weren't they wonderful? And we invite each of the award recipients to take one of the floral centerpieces from the table where you're sitting. And we offer special appreciation to the School of Arts, the faculty member Brian Jensen, who's responsible for the beautiful ceramic vases, and to Adoncia Limon for the lovely, lovely floral arrangements. We again congratulate these 12 outstanding individuals for their service and commitment as evidenced by their contributions and their tributes tonight. And we thank each of you for your attendance, especially our families and leaders for your support. So thank you again and good night, and please drive home safely.